in place.
Oh. Hold on, I'm going to make sure that the Furby and Cthulhu are looking at everybody. There we are. Can you see the Furby and Cthulhu staring?
Yes.
Grown
I'm still
adult.
eating my apple,
ladies
dude.
and
I'll
No,
still
I
be
was just
chomping.
thinking that.
You may have noticed something about moving to the north has made my webcam no longer turn black material. Oh, you see that? Went a little bit purple for a second. It stopped my black material going purple. Which is better.
It's because
The
light's
light's better in the
different.
north.
Yeah.
Colour in the north.
Yeah.
Yeah. Light different.
You were officially in France. You know, you're south of the Thames.
Wait, what?
How do
No,
I
Bracknell.
how do I get this this fucking music up louder so I can rock out?
I don't know. I think I have the volume. I can turn it up.
Yeah, I don't think you can in Chrome. Or
Well,
anywhere.
I can turn
There
it
is a
up, but the
tab.
volume's
There
set
is a
in.
tab to do that.
I could talk. I did it in the volume mixer. It's okay. I got into the car the next day to do the school run and had this fucking playing first thing in the morning.
You can't beat the barcode.
I took the boys back from rugby today, and Elsdorn fucked with an anchor came up, and of course my screen tells you the name of the track immediately.
She's like, nope.
This is
So
an
like
absolute
I
tune.
actually took my hand over the name of the actual track.
Right, you'll notice now if you're in Roll20, I've given you a swanky new player icon.
The chicken. I
No.
did see that, and I was like, "Is that me?"
Completely potato.
That is you.
Oh, it's a potato with glasses.
Yes,
However,
it is.
Epitaph.
Thank you. I'm touched.
I've got to remember which browser I load D&D online on.
Said the kid to the Jimmy Savile investigation.
Right, previously, when we left the PenQuest partners, you were being well and truly worked over by a roving band of orcs. I mean, that's pretty much it. Yeah.
That's it.
Pretty much.
Yeah, you'd gone to Uralis, you had found Ilkane and decided that the orcs that were pursuing him, you would try and do some sneaky nonsense and try and maybe corral them into an area where you could deal with them. And then that just went wrong from step one. They spotted Camney. Camney and Pandak have now got a big pile of orcs on them. Jeff was almost dead, but I do believe he's back on his feet now. And I have reconstructed the turn order, and next up is an orc.
Oh God, of course it is.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't it be?
Like the fudging to me.
Yeah.
I think it was all of the party next, and then the orcs.
Yeah, I'm sure it was.
Well, the
I
last
remember
person
this
to take a
differently.
turn was Devil, and in the turn order, next up is orcs. So, Phil, the orc that's going is currently within the gravity surge. Can you read off what the effects of that are, please?
Yeah. Give me a sec. I'm in the wrong thing. Hold on. I said yes really far too confidently when I forgot
Yeah.
what you up. Conditions that count. Oh my god. I literally cannot. Hold on.
Okay,
On your
I'll find it.
character sheet.
Pandak.
Yeah, on Roll20, I can't work out D&D Beyond.
No,
Can you see
you've got to use D&D Beyond because that's where your health points and stuff are.
Wow. Bullshit. Yeah, it is, isn't it?
It was magnified gravity, wasn't it? So,
Yeah.
any object that isn't being worn,
I think it's just half speed movement, to be honest.
each creature in the sphere on the turn when you cast a spell throw, the Constitution saving throw. Oh yeah, so its speed is hard until the end of its next turn. Oh, it only lasts for a round.
Yes, it only lasts for one round, but I'm
Yeah.
pretty
So
sure I did it on my last go.
I think you do, yeah. So his movement speed is hard, but that's obviously not going to pose a problem. So he is going to move up here, and he's going to take a swing at County with his great axe.
No, thank you.
So
I do not consent to this.
19.
Fuck. Yes.
Okay, so 1d.
I'm raged.
Demonetized 3 minutes in.
Oh, that might be the longest it's ever
There's
taken.
something.
9 damage.
What kind of damage is that? Slashing.
It is slashing, yeah.
So half that. So that.
4. Let's keep. Yeah. So he runs up into the orc pile and takes a slash at you.
Rude.
That's his turn. Next up is the orc next to you, Camney. He's going to take a swing at you with his great axe. 23, that hits.
A little bit.
So, 14. So it's 7 damage.
This is fine.
Next up is this orc, and he is going to take a slash at Pandak.
Oh shit!
As I am in range, I can impose disadvantage
Through what?
through my fighting spell
Disadvantage, right.
protection while wielding a shield and a creature you can see attacks a target other than you within 5 feet. You can use your reaction to impose disadvantage on the attack.
Well, that's good because he rolled a crit.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
He still rolled 24, so he still hit, but he didn't crit. So
You're kind of welcome.
Plus,
No,
so
I'll take that.
5 damage to Pandak.
Okay.
Okay, turn comes around to this guy. So the spellcaster who brought out the spiritual weapon, it's now his turn to go. As he goes to make his action, you hear a horn sound in the distance. A deep war horn.
Oh,
Gandalf? Is it Gandalf?
No buttons.
Oh,
What do
just
the
the fucking
orcs' faces
cavalry.
look like? They
Um,
look pleased.
he turns to look. He came from the south. He turns to look, and he can't see anything. But you all heard this, and the orcs heard it, and he heard it. So he, for his turn,
Is he wearing his brown pants?
yes.
I
Jeff
hope-
is wearing
yeah,
brown
it's
pants.
hurrah.
He wasn't wearing brown pants earlier.
So he's got spiritual weapon.
I certainly wasn't wearing red pants, but I'm now.
Right. So he's going to
Bludgeon.
move his spiritual weapon. How far?
But that's in the gravity well.
It is. So it's half speed. Spiritual weapon can move 20 feet, so it can move 10. So it's going to move up 10 feet, but it can't make an attack.
I was lucky.
He is going to shout something in Orcish. He calls out 2 orc names.
I speak.
Yes, which is why you recognise that they're orc names. And he says, he calls it 2 names. He says, "Rally to me." And he moves off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Please tell me the alt names were Jeremy and
Yeah, what were the names?
Tarquin.
It was
Blazer,
it was
Blazer,
it was like it was
Taser.
Jedwood.
Jedward.
All of them?
Jed.
All of them were
And wood.
Jedward?
Yeah.
Oh, one's
They
dead, one's
must-
wood.
One was Jed, one was Wood.
They
Yeah.
must die.
We
They
only
must
shot out
die.
to 2 of
They
them.
must die.
Yeah. And he
Okay.
is going to. That was his move.
Can I speak like mid turns? Like, could I have shouted what he said? Would I be able to shout and like translate what he said out loud?
Yes. Oh, yeah. You can do that.
He said, "Rally to me," and then he called on a shite pair of twins from Ireland. I don't know why.
The one
I
with the
apo-
stupid hair.
Apologise in advance for our export.
He called on the worst export from Ireland.
I mean, let's face it, if Brexit had happened forward, there would have been a tariff on them, so...
Okay. So he's gonna cast a spell. He's going to cast. Where's he going again? He's going to cast command. So he's going to. What's his spellcast DC? He's going to cast command. He's going to cast command on Camney, and he's going to tell Camney to flee. So, can you give me a wisdom saving throw, please?
No.
Oh,
I'm not great at those.
I love how Aiden's got like an easy night so far.
That is.
Welcome to the tank.
That is a 17.
You succeed. So you feel this magic slam into your brain, and you momentarily get a burst of adrenaline as you feel the urge to flee combat, but it fades, and you shake it off.
As he does, I yell back at him in Orcish, calling him a coward.
Okay, he hears you, but he's not paying that much attention.
I'd expect you more Glaswegian than that.
So next up is
Computer user non-technical.
Monya Bass.
right. Next up is the orc that is next to Ilkane and Jeff. He is going to make
is
an
this the one that's
attack.
in the moonbeam?
It is. So what happens at the beginning of his turn?
Okay, with
It
moonbeam.
falls off
He dies.
Hold on.
instantly.
Yeah.
Go and find it.
Makes his trousers fall down.
He nearly dies from embarrassment.
Okay. When a creature, for the first, when their turn starts there, it is engulfed in ghostly flames, searing pain. It must make a Constitution saving throw or take 2d10 radiant damage or half as much on a successful one.
Okay, what's your spellcasting DC?
Spellcasting DC is... Where do I find that?
It should be right at the top of your.
Should.
Oh, right. So if you click on spells, right at the top, it will say modify spell attack and save DC.
Oh, save DC is 13.
Okay, so
And modifiers +3. Yeah, and spell attack +5.
Right,
Okay.
so his spell save DC is 13. He saves. So what
Okay.
does anything happen on half?
Yeah, half 2d10.
Okay, so if you can roll me the 2d10.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, roll your 2d10
So half
and
of
halve it. Yeah.
John, come on. I mean, you're letting us down here, man.
He takes 6 then.
He takes 6. Okay, so he is engulfed in. He's engulfed in these ghostly flames, and he looks in a real bad way.
Nice.
Okay.
Okay, and he is going to attempt to flee. So he's going to step away, and that's going to provoke an attack of opportunity from Jeff and Ilkane.
Cool.
So
I'll shoot in the ass with a crossbow.
I don't think you can. It's melee attack when someone breaks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
You can cast a spell because you've got a bonus that lets you
Yeah.
cast a spell as a reaction. You don't just have to make a melee
Okay.
attack.
Let's see.
Can you insult him to death, Jeff?
I'll just cast Vicious Mockery and call him a cunt.
Okay.
It must,
So
it must be a melee attack.
no, he's got an ability. He's got Warcaster,
Oh,
so he can cast a spell.
Sweet.
So do we have,
Fun
does
as
he
his
have to
mum.
roll for that?
Let's see. 2.
2 damage.
Yeah.
That kills him. He's dead.
Cunt of death.
You'll get
So-
used to this, you know. You will get used to this.
As he starts to run away, you hear "cunt" bark out from Jeff, who's still on the floor, and the orc's head just poof, and then he just like Among Us, just bit of bone sticking out the top, and just flops to the floor.
Do we have a standing count of how many enemies Jeff has insulted to death now?
We haven't, but it's got to be approaching double figures.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah,
You need to start sewing little sort of like skulls into your clothes every time you twat somebody to death.
yeah.
Yeah. Do not, by the way, characters, do not step into the moonbeam.
How long does it last?
Until I stop concentrating.
Okay. Next up, Camney.
That's a well good technique ability. Is it me?
Yep.
Turn into a lawnmower.
Yeah, chipper shred at a time.
Can you tell the dwarf to duck and just like swing your axe all the way around you in a 360?
I don't have an axe anymore. I'm axeless.
Oh crap!
Yeah, if you want to go and get the cursed axe again,
No, I'm good. I'm
Yeah.
good. I'm happy with my spear.
Do not get the cursed axe back out while I'm stood right there.
I'm kind of in trouble.
because I think you've got your ancestors. You've marked the
The one
Orc,
directly
the Orc.
adjacent.
Yeah, the one with the
Oh,
heart on
yeah,
it.
the Orc. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you take a healing potion? As
I
an
was
action?
going to say, I've got a healing potion that I can give
I
you.
can. I've got other ways to heal, but yeah, I'm not sure whether DPS is more important than health right now.
Well, they seem to be on the retreat. I would say
I
health.
could survive. I could survive another round. That's the thing. Like,
Okay,
so yeah, I'm gonna attack because I can survive another round of damage.
fair
so,
enough.
Okay, who are you attacking?
Last words were.
I'm gonna attack the one I've got marked already. With the ancestral hand. What would you call it? Uruk.
Urog, yeah.
Uruk. Okay, so
It's
I'm
like
gonna
a
attack the
bigger,
Uruk.
meaner version of the Orc. Okay,
Yeah.
go for it.
Okay, so I'm going to attack with. Okay, I'm gonna use my coil and grasp.
Okay.
So it doesn't have an attack roll. It just triggers. So I just roll damage. So they have to do a DC 14 Strength saving throw.
Okay. Fails.
Nice. So they will take 3d6 force damage and be grappled. So
Okay.
I'll roll the damage.
Yep.
That is 12 damage.
Okay, that's good. So you extend out your hand that's currently behind your sword, your shield, and the tattoos shoot out from your arm and wrap around the Orog that's in front of you, wrapping around his neck and coiling around his arms. And you can see it tighten and it starts to bite into him, and you can see small wounds start to break out on his skin. He looks quite heavily damaged.
And he's also, as he's grappled now, he can attempt to escape on his turn.
Yeah, so he's now grappled. Do you want to do anything else?
I'm not
Can you do anything else?
I'm not sure if I've got any other. I don't think I've got any other bonus.
Bonus actions or anything?
Does it count? Does taking a potion like a healing potion count as an action?
Yes.
Or I mean,
Yeah.
so he's done an attack. Does that mean he could take a healing potion as well?
My
No.
attack's my action.
He attacks the action.
Oh, okay. Oh, fair enough. All right, cool.
Yeah. You can disengage
Looking
the
out.
action as
Thanks for
well.
looking out, though, Tom.
But yeah.
Yeah. No, I don't. I can't do anything else. So
No.
I'll end my turn now.
Okay, and next up is that Urog that you attacked.
I will also echo shout cunt. Obviously, mine doesn't do anything, but I hear James shout it, and I'm like,
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, maybe their
War
heads will
crime.
explode.
It's not war crime.
Right, so let me double check grappled.
Oh, I can tell you what he needs for it. So he needs to do a DC 14 athletics or acrobatics.
Is it
Strength or
Oh, grappled.
dexterity.
speed 0? Can't benefit from any bonus.
I don't know if he can attack.
He can actually. It just means he can't
Can
move. Yeah. So you'd think it would stop attacking, but it might be a bit OP if you did that.
Yeah, I suppose so.
Yeah, so it just means he can't move. So he's actually going to try and break the grapple. So what's the save?
Hold on. Is he still in the gravity well?
He is, yeah.
He's in the edge of it.
Does
He's
he
on the
take
edge of it.
any damage from that?
No, it just the damage happens when it activates, and then
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
for the round it goes on, it just halves his speed.
So he needs to do the same again. DC 14 strength or dexterity to escape.
He's going to try strength. Fail. He flexes. He just can't can't break it.
Leaning in. Cunt.
Didn't have his Weetabix on, did I?
Yeah.
No, burp cunt in his face.
I drink your milk.
I'll have your cunt Goliath, is what he barks back at you. Right.
I'm taking this guy's head. I hope you all know that.
Alright, so the next up is the Orog that is next to Jeff and Ilkane. And he can hear, like, he's got cunt going off in both ears at the moment. So he is going to take a swing at Ilkane because you're the one that's been ruining his day. He is going to...
Is he analysed? Is that why there's the little
He
heart on him?
is, yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if you get so what's analysed? If he tries to
So
attack anyone but you get to attack him.
No, it's if he misses,
If he misses...
you get to attack back.
Oh my
Yeah,
god,
slap him.
Postman Pat. This is Postman Pat Bardcore. Sorry.
Thomas the
Uh,
Tank
Thomas
Engine.
Tankhead then.
Oh, Thomas.
Come on.
Yeah, sorry. They're all the same 3 chords anyway. Whenever an allied creature misses you with an attack, you can immediately use your reaction.
Oh, okay.
Unarmed melee.
So it misses you. Okay, so he's going to swing at you with his great axe.
I see that it's about to swing, and I just shout that it's an absolute knobhead at him using cutting words.
Right, so that's 20. So that hits. And was that a reaction from you, Jeff?
Yep. Reaction: when a creature that's not immune to being charmed, you can see within 60 feet, makes an attack roll, ability check, or damage roll. You can expend 1 use of Bardic Inspiration, roll the die, and subtract the number from the creature's roll.
Okay, you can do that then.
So,
So if you want to
that's
tell
a
me what you want to
bonus.
subtract.
What's your AC, Nino?
Where's that?
It'll be the big shield in the middle.
Oh, arm
16.
class 16.
Needs a 4 to survive.
5.
Or 5. 5. Ah, legend.
Yeah, no problem.
So what exactly do you shout to distract him, Jeff?
You're gonna fucking miss, you twat.
And as he
Oh,
as he
Thunder
swings
the
this,
battle cry.
he hears that, and Nino, you just sort of like duck to the side, and it swings past your head, which means he missed, which means you get to attack him.
Slap him. Slap
Okay.
him.
So I can do an
Pimp
unarmed melee attack.
Yep.
So I guess I can't use my can I use my quarterstaff? No.
No, you can't.
So just an
Unarmed
unarmed
strike, yeah.
then.
You're a monk.
Yeah.
Yes. Whack him in the face with your fist.
Put his arm up his sleeve and just take the staff. It's my arm.
So I need to roll 1d4.
If you just click on where it says
Should have
unarmed
next,
strike,
unarmed.
1d4 plus 3. If you just click it, it'll roll it.
Oh, okay. 7.
Hang on, that was damage. I just told you completely the wrong thing. I told you to click on damage. If you click on the plus 5, it will roll it
Oh,
for
sorry.
you. And we'll take that 7 as if you hit.
17.
17. That misses, unfortunately.
Aw.
So you just, well, it doesn't miss. You hit him, but you feel that his natural strength, his natural armoring, you don't actually do any damage. Unfortunately, you felt close. It felt close, but he didn't do any damage. So he gets another attack because he's got multi-attack, and he's going to swing at you again.
Oh.
So that's plus 13. That's lower than your AC, so he misses again.
Mhm.
So you sort of
Hit him again.
shocked him. You shocked him with that blow, and then you get another reaction.
Another. Yeah.
Right
so
hand
if I
pimp
do
slap.
my right hand pimp
Yeah.
slap, that's an 8.
Oh dear.
Yes.
You click the plus 5 to roll that.
Yep.
Oh yeah, that misses. Yeah, that definitely misses. That one wasn't even close. You sort of flail and just swing wide. So does he want to? He's going to try and move away. So he's going to move there, which means Jeff and Ilkane, you get an attack of opportunity against him.
Right. I'll fire Dissonant Whispers at him.
Okay.
At level 1.
Yep. Does he get to save?
I
You
don't
just
know, because I don't know where the description is in on new-
Click on the spell
click on
name.
the name, yeah.
It'll bring
The
it up.
attacks of opportunity, they can be anything in your attack section on.
Melee
Yeah,
attacks.
you.
Yeah.
Just any of the melee attacks.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So you could use your quarterstaff for your
Including
opportunity.
weapon.
Target must make a wisdom saving throw. On
Wisdom.
a fail save, it takes a 3d6.
Right. What's your spellcast DC? Although I
Uh,
don't think I need to know because whatever it is, he fails. So
It's higher.
yeah, it fails. I don't need to know what it is.
Can we both do an attack of opportunity, or just one of us?
You can
You
both.
Yeah, both go. Hit
So how much damage, Joff?
I wanna.
How much damage?
so I thought you said it failed. So.
Oh,
Yeah,
sorry, he
it's
failed his
59.
saving throw. Yeah. So
All
you-
right. I
yeah.
thought you said I failed.
No, he failed his saving throw.
You're so used to that, aren't you, Jeff?
My life is a monument of failure. 9.
9 damage.
Nice.
9.
9.
9.
Okay, and what dissonant whispers are you going to shout into his head?
I fucked your mum last night and she was shit.
Mother!
Look at double
Right.
insult. Like, not only did you fucking
But she was.
he was poor. But he was
Yeah.
crap bed.
Okay, so
Jeff's
Nino.
got really low taste.
Yeah, so she must have been really terrible.
Yeah. Right, Nino, you can make an attack as well if you want.
Yeah,
If you
so
want.
I'm gonna fuck his shit up with my quarterstaff.
Okay.
So I got an 18,
That hits.
Nice.
and then the damage is 9.
9.
9.
Okay, so as he's holding his head, muttering about his mother, you crack your quarterstaff into the back of his leg, and you hear what sounds like these knees shattering from behind. He looks very damaged, but he's still alive. So that's 1,
Fucking welcome to the
2,
Republic.
3, 4, 5. He's going to stay there. I've seen you been to Belfast City Airport as well, then, Aidan.
That's what everybody gets when they get
Yeah.
off the plane.
They can have you. They can have you killed.
That or nailed the offence, one of the two.
Yeah. Right,
Sleep without your kneecaps.
Ilkane, you are up.
Should go again, man.
So you can see this magic user orc south of you, and you can see this Urok who you've been tangling with. He looks like he's running away. He doesn't look like he was trying to rally to anything.
So I could use my charger that gives me a +5 bonus. So
Let's see how far away.
let me just.
Yeah, you could charge to either of them.
Fuck him up, bro.
Which one should I fuck up?
Up to you.
Well, if
So
you fuck
from
up
what
the
you
one that
can
you've already
see-
got with the heart on him, if he tries to hit you again, you get a hit back.
True.
So from what you
Yeah.
can see, the spellcaster is perfectly fine. It hasn't even been in combat yet. The Urok that you've been tangling with is very heavily damaged.
Okay, let's do that.
But it's
So if
fleeing, and you will then be in range of the spellcaster.
You're
then
in
I
range
have-
of the spellcaster now.
Yeah, and I have a get the fuck out of it.
But then you'll be
kind
in
of-
range of him simultaneously and can punch him in the dick. So
Oh right, yeah, that, yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna move down. Oh, why is it not letting me move?
switch on the top left.
Oh, I might not have given you permission to. Let me edit the token.
Story of
DM
my
just
life.
nailed your feet to the floor.
Story-
Uh,
I love how everybody's trying to.
Yeah, because I changed it, I didn't give you ownership of the new token. There you go, you can move it now.
Hey, potato. So if I go down here and then probably quarterstaff.
Yep. So roll to.
roll.
So you can either shove him on a successful hit, or you can do extra 5 damage on a successful hit.
Gotta go with the damage. So I rolled
Okay.
a 13.
Misses, unfortunately.
That was a bad miss.
Regret.
So you're on up shouting something, I'm not quite sure what. But as he sort of turns to engage you, his knee sort of twinges and he sort of drops a little bit, and your thing goes sailing past his head. You can still do an unarmed strike, though, or you can spend key points.
I've only 1 key point, so I'd like to do it. Let's go for a fucking unarmed strike and see what happens.
Go
Okay.
for it.
Ooh, 16.
Also misses, unfortunately. Well,
AC on.
you managed to land the hit, but he feels very, very tough, and he doesn't break through his armor.
That's the
Okay.
old Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool. I think that's me done.
Yep. Next up is Dagmar, and she. I need to get her character sheet up. No, that's Jeff.
Easy mistake.
Do you have a track of the key points, or are they in
They're
D&D
tracked.
Beyond?
They're tracked on D&D Beyond.
So is the 4 squares? Sorry,
Four-
one of them's
4
red.
points.
So does that mean I've used
Suspended.
one?
Yes. So every
Yes.
time you use one, mark it. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So Dagmar is going to. What kind of ranges are we talking about here? Right, she's going to move up 1, 2, 3.
Whoa. Is she actually going to step through the moonbeam? Please tell me no.
She doesn't start her turn on it, so it doesn't matter.
Okay, fine.
It's if you start the turn
Yeah,
on.
fair point.
Yeah. So she's going to move up 3 there, and she's going to pull a ornate-looking dagger out of her belt, flip it to hold it by the knife, and then throw it at the Urug.
Bullseye.
No, and it
180.
misses. It sort of hits and then bounces off. And she
I
says,
was half expecting a hit in the ring piece.
"You cunt!"
We're rubbing off.
Yeah,
Sorry.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you heard me.
yeah, lewd.
I didn't stutter.
Hashtag OnlyFans. Okay, that's her turn. Next up
Hashtag
is
no fans.
you're dead. Next up is Jeff.
Haven't I missed a shot?
Sorry?
You were
Haven't I
maybe at
missed
the
a go?
top.
Because
I think you were
wasn't
at
Jeff
the top
after
of-
me
So-
before?
No, you're
He had a
up after this is an orc, and then it's Sindan Pandak, and then you. The last
Okay.
time we played, you were the last to go, so that's why you're the last to go this time.
Save the best for last, Dave.
Yeah, but you said Jeff, and Jeff thought he had a gun.
That was
No, that was an attack
You
of
had an
opportunity.
Opportunity.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because he cunted somebody to death.
Yeah, he had
Yeah.
two.
Yes, he did.
had
Yeah.
Two opportunity as they moved away.
So yes, Jeff.
Insult someone to death again.
Yeah.
Jeff's on
Oh,
mute.
Jeff, you're mute, mate.
Oh yeah, that helps. I think I'm gonna go full on Leroy here.
I can only think what we missed out on during that use.
So,
Filth.
Do it.
You go for the Uruk. I've got a plan for the spellcaster.
I've got a better plan. This is,
Alright.
this is going to be brilliant. It's going to backfire massively. It's going to be
Are
awesome.
you going to PK? Are you going to kill somebody
In
else?
before Jeff dead.
Yeah.
Bunny
You have
hands.
very few hits. Do you not only have a handful of hits?
Let's see. Let's see. Let's get my little ruler out.
Is that a mullet? This isn't Warhammer. Come on.
Hey.
That's what she said.
So, yeah, I'm just going to run down here between these two guys.
Okay, we're doing it. Okay.
Yeah,
That Quim really loud.
and Thunderwave at level 2.
Thunderwave.
What's the range on Thunderwave?
15 fuck you.
So that
The
will
duck.
hit.
Time to
Okay.
duck, Nino.
Yeah.
You know
Good.
about to die.
Thunderfart.
Okay, go for it. So
Hang
that's-
on. If I go here, then that what
Mhm.
hit Nino, will it?
yeah, you'd need 15. So
Huh?
you
Could just keep moving.
no, right. So if you go here, if you run to there and do it, it would hit him and him, but not
Yeah, and you hit the one up the
Where would it go the other way? Yeah.
You hit the other one as well. You hit the other one up by the building as well. Don't you?
Just out of range.
No, just out of range.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That'll
Alright,
hit
well.
both of
There we go.
But remember, it doesn't count diagonals properly because it thinks that's 10 foot.
Yeah,
that's
it
10
doesn't
foot.
sound Pythagoras.
No, but it's fine. It's fine.
Just make
As long
my
as the- as long as the rules
mathematical
are
sense
crossed
switch.
over, it's fine.
I'll get a DM. Okay, it's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. Pi is exactly 3. It's fine.
Are we living in
I
Alabama?
suppose now, if we're talking astronomical, it's like pi's
Hold
1
on.
10.
Can anyone mute
It's the same.
Right.
Poppy,
Thunderwave
Yep.
has done.
Thunder.
Ooh.
So that's Constitution saving throw. On a
Okay.
fail save, a creature takes 2d8 and is pushed 10 feet away. Successful save takes half damage and isn't pushed.
Okay, so I'm going to do the spellcaster first. Constitution saving. What's your spellcast DC? Top of your spells.
Top of my spells. 13.
Worked last time.
He saves.
Well,
So
he's
the
a cunt, isn't
spellcaster saves. So do you want to roll damage? You want to roll damage for him, and then we'll halve it.
he? Okie dokie. Oh wait, no, tell a lie. It's 3 dice because it's level 2 that I'm casting at.
Okay.
Yeah, so.
That's 500 damage.
I just clicked it on thingy and it's. There we go. So that's 12.
That's halved.
Yeah.
Okay, 12 damage.
Alright, no.
No,
I
wait, 12
rolled
damage.
12.
All right,
So-
so
Yeah,
that's
that's
6
six.
damage. Okay,
Yeah.
so he washes over him. So a con saving throw on who are you? You are that one. Oh, what's your spell save DC again?
13.
Yeah, that hits. So roll damage for him.
Nice.
Okay.
And he's going fucking flying if he's not dead.
Yeah.
13.
Yeah, so that knocks him off his feet. And Ilkane, you see this orc go flying through the air. You see him getting knocked off, so you crouch down and he rolls over you like a comedy bit, and then goes boom, 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 and as he lands, you see his neck snap,
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
he's
no.
he's
Would the
dead.
Thunderway affect the building and cause it to crash down on top of the orc that's standing next to it? He asks, hopefully.
Mm,
It says-
I'm not certain it's really. He's
what
Hang
what
on.
does it say?
Actually, it
Right,
says
Tom.
in the spell, in addition, unsecured objects that are completely within the area of effect are automatically pushed 10 feet away from you.
You're not pushing.
Spell.
You're not pushing the house 10 feet.
Push. Do it.
Why
Right.
is he pushing the
I'm going to
spear,
roll
though?
a Constitution save for the house.
Yet more DM bullshit.
Is he
Yeah.
pushing
Push
any...
the house.
Would
What
it
about
push the
chimney?
spear? Would it not push the spear, though?
Nah, it's just
No, it's
outside
not.
as
It's not far enough.
well.
Also, it does make a thunderous boom audible at 300 feet.
Yeah. So
What about
this
the
big
door
boom
on
goes
the
off.
building?
Yeah, the doors get blown inward, and you see the roof start to collapse inside the middle of the house. But it doesn't move
I
10
remember
feet because it's a fucking
Sorry.
house.
This is why you never give Jeff a curry.
Right, who are you?
Do I get another sort of action? Like, can I
You've-
drink a bit of mead
Uh,
as an action?
Technically no, because of the amulet of the drunkard that would actually let you heal. So if you
Damn it,
would,
it's off
if you were doing it as a bit, then yeah, fine. But because you've got the amulet of the drunkard, no, you cheeky bastard.
It's always
Right.
worth a try, mate. You got
Guy
it.
Ben's getting out.
You never
Yeah.
get it if you don't have to.
Yeah. See, I do remember some stuff. Right. So this orc here is he's going to take an action to disengage. And I wish I'd remembered I could have done that on other creatures before I got them killed. And he's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4,
Does the
5,
I take it
6.
is the gravity
Wait, I
well
get
gone now?
disengage. I get. Oh, did he use?
Oh,
his
no,
action to disengage?
He did, yeah. So yeah,
Okay, so I get
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's his
So that
turn.
means you don't get an attack of opportunity.
No.
I did not.
Although,
know that.
actually,
Okay.
you know what? Technically, I don't see him listed as having that as an action.
Everyone does. Every
Yeah.
creature does by default.
Yeah, I thought so. So yeah, he's going to disengage. He's going to give you the finger, and then back off slowly through the gravity well with the finger, and then carry on.
I mean,
And you're
I
just
will
so
leave-
taken
I will
aback
leave
by his
Phil to
brazenness.
I will leave Pandak to die to kill that dude. Because clearly, like,
Like that. Okay, Sindan, you're up.
Okay, first thing I'd like to do, which doesn't require an action, is to move the moonbeam on top of the spellcaster, please.
How far can it move?
I think 120 feet in a
Oh,
round.
okay.
that'll work.
So,
Hang on.
Gonna moon the spellcaster.
Larry, you want
At this point, I should say I'm drinking Brewdog Jackhammer, so if Brewdog want to sponsor us,
Yeah, please, Brewdog, Jack.
Yeah. we can do a crate each. That would be brilliant.
Yeah.
and I can move 30 feet, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
It's
in
part
that
of the
case-
pitch there.
Yeah, me too. I was like,
Send us beer and I can move 30 feet.
Yeah. Send us enough beer so we can't move 30 feet.
Send
Yeah.
us enough feet.
Yeah.
Send us more feet.
We will happily take bribes, Brewdog.
Okay,
Thank you.
and I'm still concentrating, so keeping the spell going. And
Yeah.
that's all about I can do at this point.
Okay. Let me just. Yeah, I mean, you can take another action and then try to keep your concentration, but if you fail, then it will. So I don't know. If
No,
you
I'd rather vape this guy if he doesn't save, because he takes 2d10 damage, which is quite a bit. So
Okay.
Which one you blaze them?
Indeed. 2d10 blaze it. Pandak, you're up.
cool. Camley, how's your constitution?
Oh dear.
Sorry.
I see a nice 15.
I'm not
eight.
answering that question because
Why?
it's out of you're not doing it.
I can save us.
No, you can't.
I can save us.
You can kill me, is what you can do.
Yeah, but then I can save you on the
There's-
next game.
There's
Oh
there's
god.
precedent.
Oh god. This is not an opportunity for Phil to strike up at somebody else.
Fine. I launch magic missile at
No,
Camley.
I mean, what are you going to try and do? Because
I'm gonna-
spawn is one of the good things. One of the things I'm good at.
Thunderwave to push them all, so I'll hit all four and the spear and push them all back 10.
What's your spell save DC?
13.
Do it.
Do it.
All right. We're gonna do Thunderwave.
Oh, here we
Okay. So
Yeah,
we'll start from the top left. So con saving throw. What's your spellcasting DC?
13.
13. He saves. So is it half damage and doesn't move?
Yeah.
So roll damage for him.
I will laugh if the only person who doesn't save is Camley.
9 damage.
9 damage.
Yeah.
Okay. Well.
The half.
Um,
Yeah.
Yeah, so hard, so it'll be 4.5.
oh, 4.5.
Sorry, yeah.
So you. Okay. Let me add.
Sorry, it was a roll of 9.
Right. Hang on a second.
So you did
I-
9, so add back 4. Or
Yeah,
back
so-
5.
How much damage did you do?
The total
You
roll
rolled
was
8 damage.
I rolled 9 damage.
Right. So it's
Because half
5.
because he saved.
He
He
takes
saved.
5.
Yeah.
Okay.
I tell you the whole numbers, you do the hard maths.
Yeah,
Okay.
Right.
Right. Next one down, and I've already forgotten what the spell save
and
DC
hope
was.
you forget.
He saves again, so roll damage again for the next one down.
That was a roll of 7.
Okay, so that's 3 to.
Like how clear it was. That was a roll of 7.
Okay, and then this
you do the
one.
math.
Oh, he definitely saves. So roll damage for him.
That was a roll of 12.
Okay, he actually gets taken off his feet. He looks pretty badly damaged. And then the Orc at the bottom. Crit fail.
Double damage.
That would be
So
That
what-
was a roll of 11.
Ah,
Okay.
So times by 2 is
22
22.
fucking damage, yeah.
and push
Uh,
10 feet backwards.
Think about if he's not
11
Spear into
It-
the spear.
11 was enough. Yeah, he gets blasted back 10 feet, and he's in a tangled mess of limbs. He's dead.
Will you stop stealing my kills for fuck's sake?
Does the spear have to save?
Camney.
The
Does
spear
the
roll.
spear have
The
to
spear
say?
goes.
That's a very good question.
We'll get to the spear. Camney. Con
Should we
saving
go
throw.
right?
Uh-oh. I can see what's going to happen. Camney, for the love of God, save. Otherwise, you're going to end up occupying the same space as the spear.
21.
Yeah, that
21.
does it. So you take half damage, yeah? So
Yeah.
roll damage for
On
me.
a roll of 10.
So 5 damage, and I don't know if you can...
Five
Right.
damage. What kind of damage is it?
Thunder wave damage. Fucking no.
I mean, it's
Just
probably
says
thunder
damage.
damage. It's probably thunder damage.
Yeah,
Or
thunder
plus.
damage.
Is that the damage type? Okay.
I don't believe so, but yeah, it's not melee or slashing.
No.
10 damage. So it was 10, so I'll take
Yeah,
half,
5.
5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
It's fine.
so
It's
the
fine.
spiritual weapon does not have stats, but I am going to roll just a base and see what happens. Yeah, it saves, so it doesn't get pushed back.
Ah,
Does it take any damage?
Does
It
It
doesn't.
gives him
It doesn't
nothing
have health. Well, does
Oh,
it have
okay.
health?
I see. I don't
Does
know.
man-
Surely it
nothing
must.
there? It must have some kind of property.
Let me have a look.
Otherwise, you wouldn't be able to destroy it.
Yeah. I mean, it has
I
a
guess-
physical nature, so you must be able to splinter it and, like...
Or is it a magical
I mean, it
weapon?
doesn't. It's a magical weapon. It's just.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
It may not exist.
Yeah. It's not. Yeah.
that did not go as well as I hoped. I was planning. to
It went
make
better than
roll.
it could have done.
Yeah, that's true.
Who's
Uh,
controlling that spiritual weapon? The spellcaster, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
What breaks concentration?
It's good. That's a good question.
Pretty much any action. Any action.
What, like
he
lighting
has
him
to.
up?
Well, no. If he takes an action, he
He maintains his own.
he can maintain his concentration. But if he
Do
uses, if he does anything else that requires concentration, it drops. Just
Does
like a
drops.
saving throw?
crits do crits stand a chance of disabling concentration?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
What about a saving throw?
I'll have to look it up. Probably yes.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Because he did a saving throw against the moonbeam, right?
He does get a saving throw against a moonbeam. Yeah. Okay, Devil, you're up. Unless Pandak wants to move.
Pandak does not.
No, that's probably a good idea.
Right, I could shoot one of those 3, or I can shoot the spellcaster. I can sod it. Oh, sorry, clicked the wrong thing there.
Like the
Can
spell
you
caster
sacrifice-
big cushion.
Can you thunder wave? Because that's all the rage these days.
I can't
Yeah.
thunder wave. I
Yeah.
don't eat curry like that. So I'm going to shoot that guy because it will piss off. What's his face?
What guy?
This one.
Okay.
It'll
Fair-
piss
fair
off
right.
Camney if I kill him.
No, I'll be very happy if you kill that dude.
So
Yeah.
also he gave the bird. So you know
He did.
It-
Double
that's-
bird, in fact. It was double bird.
he deserves it just for being an arse.
Yeah.
Right, where's my bloody attack on this one? I've got 18 to hit.
To a standard orc.
18
Hits.
hit the arrow.
Yeah.
And I guess I'm getting sneak attack on that one because he's busy
He's-
going.
He's not. He's not. He's not engaged. That's the,
Disengaged. He literally disengaged.
he literally disengaged.
Oh.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
So.
Fine.
Yep.
He'll have 9 points of damage up his Jaxie.
Is that what? Yeah. Okay. So you can see that he's still giving the finger as he turns, and then your arrow takes him in the side, and he's like, "Ugh!"
Takes one of his fingers off.
No, if he'd have critted, I would have like slammed them both together through the same arrow. And, yeah.
Just keels
That's
over.
the art. I only really do really good damage when I sneak attack. Oh well.
Okay, do you want to move?
Actually, yes, I will because I'll let Jeff have him, and I will move over here to get better range, better angle of attack for these 3.
Okay.
If you
Yeah.
shoot me,
Oh no! I'll shoot over Pandak's head.
What
Like
if I
it's
jump?
easy. Then it's
What
your
if I
own
was
silly
going to
fault.
star jump then?
There's only. I don't care if I hit you.
So pretty much
Alright.
all
Well,
but
Pandak.
all where you are, all but the bottom one is in half cover.
Oh, okay. Where's best place to? Can I actually get that far?
Not really. If you
Oh,
move
I
any
can do it- I
further
can do
up,
it to the
then
start of the next turn though. I can move and then shoot.
yes, yeah.
Yeah, so it doesn't matter.
Okay, so next up is
Who's
not
making me point?
you, not you, him. Right. So he is going to take the disengage action and move. Oh, Pandak, you've had your turn, haven't you?
Mhm.
So that goes away.
Oh yeah.
So he's going to take the disengage action, just with the one finger, and he's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
You picked the wrong one there.
He's dead.
Oh,
He's back from the dead.
Zombie orc.
right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Go on, do another thunder wave, Jeff.
And that is his turn.
He's making a perfect target.
Yes, isn't he? Okay,
Right,
turns
now
out
it's,
Jeff
now
had
it's
that.
this dude's turn, and he is going to take a swing at Camney. 14.
Yes.
Nah. I mean, that's him done.
Common cunt.
In Orcish or common?
Both.
Okay.
And giant.
So the one at the top is going to take the disengage action, and he's going to go
And
1,
goblin.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and run away. He looks like he's scared of Pandak.
Kind of odd.
Right.
Who's he's from Glasgow?
I'm only little.
Pandak, not of the Goliath who just taken a total beating and still there like this fucking go lads.
Yeah, you just didn't explode and send one of his Aurug mates flying with a broken neck. So he's a simple man. He understands what's dangerous. Right, so it's the spellcaster now. So it starts his turn. What does he have to save?
DC 13.
Yeah, he saves. So does he take half damage?
Yes, he does.
Okay.
Does that break his concentration?
I rolled a 7.
So that's what, 3. Okay, so you see the flames start to lick up his body, and he will make a save. And the spiritual weapon does disappear.
Nice.
Right, so as the flames start to lick up at him, he doesn't seem that bothered by it. He just starts batting them away. You hear another horn blaze, a deep horn. That's it.
The
Right.
fucking Morris Minor.
That's right. Dukes of Hazzard Horn.
You looking for an air horn sound to play?
God, I wish. So he's actually going to move up to Ilkane, and he is going to make a melee spear attack.
Not too bad of a cunt of a thing to do.
16.
And I'm gonna. Oh, I was gonna fire off it. You're gonna miss at him as well.
You should, because
So is that your bardic inspiration you do?
My armor class is 16.
Yep. It's bardic inspiration, so that's the cutting words. So yeah.
Okay, well, if you roll anything above a 1, it'll miss.
Yeah, Jeff. We
no,
believe
if
in
he
you.
rolls a 1.
Yeah. If he rolls a 1, the universe. If he rolls a 0, the universe ends. Yeah.
Yeah, if you roll, you save his life.
Yeah. So let's just not bother with that.
Right.
So he does actually miss.
Oh, it's
So
4.
So
Yeah, he misses.
If he misses, I'm going to do my.
Have you got him marked?
You got to analyze him
No.
first.
Can't.
Oh, is that only against creatures that you've analysed?
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
he's
I
not
need
analysed.
I need to flurry of blows him.
Yeah,
but I
so
can't do that yet. But
you
I
can't.
can do a reaction. I can do a. Yeah, where is it? Or is that? Sorry, no, that's only analyzed, isn't it?
Yeah, I thought so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I can't do anything.
So no, he ran up to you and so that's 1,
Missed.
2, and he's actually going to continue his move. 1, 2, 3. To
Oh,
there.
does that count as? Whoa, that,
It
now
does.
you get an attack.
Now you get an attack of opportunity against him.
Hit him.
Punches cunt in.
I'm going to punch his cunt in.
Right, so roll for cunt punch.
Unarmed strike.
No, you can use your quarterstaff. You can
Oh,
use your
can I?
quarterstaff. Yeah. It's a melee attack, so yeah, you can use your quarterstaff.
25.
That will hit it. Can you hit it? It turns out you can.
Damage is 9.
9. Okay. So you give him a
Could
good.
I have ran up to him actually?
No,
Done
because
my
it's
charger?
on
No,
your
it's
'cause
his
it's a
turn.
reaction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you give him a clip round the ear with your quarterstaff as he goes past you, having failed to connect after Jeff's cutting words distracted him. Right. Who are Yo? Not Yo. Which one? I'm missing an orc.
There are many dead ones on the field.
It could well be a dead orc. Oh yeah, he's dead. He's got 0 HP. Camney, you are up.
We can do.
I'm
Has
a
anyone
wreck
left?
Chop him in half.
I want that one that ran, to be honest.
I mean, you could catch him, probably, depending on how scared you are of an attack of opportunity from you against the guy next to you.
I mean, it would bring you in 15 feet of me.
Panda,
Not
you got,
Hmm?
you got this.
I decidingly do not have this.
You don't have this?
I do not have this.
You'd be in danger if I ran off?
I would be in danger if you ran off. Should that stop you? That's up to you.
I'm so tempted. No, I
Right, okay. Camney, roll me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh,
I
that was
feel a
nearly
hoisting by your own
that was
petards.
so nearly a 1. It's 17.
Yeah, you feel the urge to go after the one who was giving you the bird, but you compose yourself. Feel free to make whatever decision you wish.
I reckless attack the one in front of me for advantage.
How much? Oh, you need to roll to hit, don't you?
Yeah.
I love how we all started nodding at the same
Yeah.
time. There's a tune.
Okay, so we'll make a roll with spear. First roll is 18. Second roll is 15, so 18 to hit.
Okay, that hits. Roll your damage.
Roll for damage. That is 7 plus 2 because I'm raging, so that's 9 damage.
Okay, so you grab your spear in like an overhand pose, and as you're watching the one who insulted your lineage making his way out, and without even looking, you drive your spear through the throat of the orc that stood next to you.
Oh, I've got a shield. Otherwise, I'd have been like, you.
Yeah, he's dead.
Yeah.
And then,
And then I fucking chase the other one because I haven't used my
Yep.
movement.
yeah.
So that's 25 feet. That puts me in range.
Can he do you have the power to overrun as a large thing?
Yeah, I can run, but I need to use my action.
Yeah, so everyone can run, and running just means taking your action
But you
as
can't
another
throw
movement.
yourself. You can't throw yourself at the back of somebody and try and down them.
The only person who has
No, I
that
need
kind of
action.
combat ability is Nino.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
Just checking if I need if I can do anything else before in my turn. No.
So that was a reckless attack. So technically, you are
Yeah, I'm at disadvantage.
disadvantaged now. Even though it doesn't make sense, them's the rules.
Them's the rules.
He's dead. B, C, D. B. Oh no, you're dead as well. No, you're not. Okay. Okay, so now... Oh, I forgot to kill somebody. No, he's dead. Yeah, he's definitely dead. Okay, so next up is Ilkane. That's you, Nino.
Yeah, no, I'm just thinking to be a bit reckless and kind of like
Yes.
charger, and then
Spell users have the best kit. Looty looty.
yeah, fuck it. So I'm gonna charge her big balls here,
Okay.
Yeah, lad. Now you're getting it.
and then I'm gonna
Yep, roll to hit with your quarterstaff.
yeah.
You flurry of blows him.
Fuck.
After his, if he wants to, with his key point as his
9.
9. No, that misses.
But can I then do my secondary action, which is the flurry of blows?
You can do your flurry of blows as a bonus action if you spend a key point.
Yeah.
You can take an unarmed strike without spending a key point, but if you want a flurry of blows, then you need to spend a key point.
Let me flurry of blows it.
Okay, so you get 2 unarmed strikes against him.
So we'll roll for hit on flurry of blows.
Mm-hmm.
18
That hits. Roll your damage.
damage. 4.
But
But
he's now...
do I get the multiplier from the charger on that?
No,
Or is it
you
only on-
that's spent on the first attack.
Okay.
So that's 4 damage, but he's analysed now.
Yeah.
And you get another unarmed strike because flurry of blows is 2.
So another flurry of blows or another unarmed
Another
strike?
unarmed strike.
Another unarmed strike.
So flurry of blows is 2 unarmed strikes.
It's 2 unarmed strikes. So it's 17.
That hits.
And damage is 4.
Okay. Okay, so you run up and you go to swing with your quarterstaff and it slams into the snow next to him as he's still moving. But then you quickly recover yourself and then smack. And he's actually looking pretty wounded. That's it. So next up is Yadasel. And she is going to... Now you can't but hear it, can you?
No.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Your car sells you about.
And what she is going to do is cast a spell, because that's her thing. She's going to cast Magic Missile at 2nd level. And she's going to send them all at the spellcaster. Unfortunately, she sort of fluffed her roll.
They always
Does
hit.
hang
Magic
on.
missile hit? Yeah, magic missile's auto.
Always.
Yeah, I mean for the damage.
Yeah.
One.
Oh, but she rolls twice, doesn't she? Because it's
Yeah.
yeah, so she rolls twice. Oh, well done, she rolled one twice. So each one does 4 damage, and there are... Did I just read that wrong? Oh, more darts. So yeah, she just does 4 times 2, which is 8 damage.
Oh, I still have that inspiration thing?
Yeah, you can use that to roll
Double pimp slap.
roll a d6 at any point if you want to add it onto a roll. Right, so they all arc up and then go bang, 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 bang. You're standing right next to him, okay, and you don't see that they did a lot of damage. He definitely looks like he's hurting bad now.
Can I get a wee
You're
slag?
dead. You're
Like in the
dead.
balls, or
Jeff.
Cut somebody to death, Jeff.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna check Thunderwave again at level 1 this time because I've used all the level 3 slots.
Can I object?
I did warn you before you ran down here.
Fair, he did.
Do it anyway.
Step sideways one. Just step
Do it
right to
anyway.
the right one.
You could step
Oh,
one
yeah.
to the right and save him, but yeah.
Yeah,
No, I will
alright, I'll do that.
Don't do that. I will absolutely survive. Fuck that.
No,
Anyway,
no, it's
okay,
fine.
definitely step one to the side.
So I've moved one to the right so you don't get hit. Alright?
Yeah.
So,
Wait, it goes 15 feet, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you already stepped one to the right. I'll only just look.
Okay, so
Yep.
Set it off.
it's a
Alright.
what is it? A con?
yeah, Constitution, I'm 13.
Yeah, that saves. So the one next to Camney saves. So what's the damage?
That's 7.
Still kills him. So
In.
Camney, you get a face full of orc as he slams into you. But he then just
Red
slips
today.
off and he's dead. So he is that orc.
I am somewhat peeved.
Okay, so he fails. Does he fail? Hang on, let me before I lie. Con. No, he saves. So roll damage.
13.
Yeah, he dies. He's dead. So another one completely taken off his feet. He is dead.
Getting checking names here. Jesus.
Nice.
So there's only 2 left now.
Mopping up.
And one's running away. Well, both of them are running
Hit him
away.
in the back, Dave.
Just run away! Run away!
I was supposed to kill you. You've got some more movement left if you want. You only step 5 feet.
I think I'll just stay here. Don't really need to move anywhere.
Bask in the glory.
So it's like boom. He's like,
Just to start wiping off all these bits of orc.
Just pull out your little notebooks that write poems and shit.
Meanwhile, people half a mile away think there's a storm coming because there's so many bouts of thunder basically been set off.
Where's my orc number G? Oh yeah, he's the one you just killed.
I do love that Jeff just cut about the battlefield is going dead.
Fucking
Hunting and fighting everywhere.
And a fuck you for you.
Okay, Sindan,
You get
you're
cunt.
up.
You get cunt.
I'll move the moonbeam back onto the spellcaster.
Okay.
And I will move up behind the monk.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I'm gonna support him. Yeah, but that's about it.
Emotionally, yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
And that.
Pandak, you're up. You've
I'm
now
gonna
got some dead orcs at your feet and one
And the space to light things on fire.
pegging it into the distance.
Go on, you do enough damage and I can finish it off.
I'm going to fire a magic missile with all 3 at the one that's running away from me.
Okay.
We're totally opening the church doors after this, yeah?
What's the damage?
The
Yeah,
damage-
you are.
We have a
Damage-
long
You can
rest.
go in, like boot
Have
you
to
in,
have
shut
a
the
long,
fucking door.
long rest.
2.
2.
2 times
So-
3. That's still
In
enough.
total, 6, yeah.
So the first one you see slam into his back, the second one takes his head off, and the third one scoops down and takes him out underneath one of his knees.
Nice.
He is dead.
Cool.
Oh.
Sorry, Daryl.
No, it's
This
going to be
was
difficult.
this was TPW, and now it's like
Yeah.
It was
Revenge of
real. It was real close. Yeah.
I feel like we had a little bit of DM kindness here. Like
I do have plans to maybe pull
murder
your
us
ass
any-
out of a fire should it be going that way, but I haven't had to instigate any of them yet.
Yeah,
Right.
don't thank him yet. There's still those fucking
Yeah.
horns that are going
He's
on
like,
in
yeah,
this.
yeah.
And then the doors to the church creak open.
Yeah, that's it. And the horns are actually from behind
And
you.
a
The
horde
undead
of
army.
revenants spill forth.
Yeah. Devil. Roll,
Right,
me,
so there's
roll
only-
me a perception check.
Oh, you motherfucker.
Yeah, roll me a
And
perception
the
check.
church doors open.
Hold on, I'm trying to look for perception on where it is.
I shouldn't have mentioned the horns.
In the tall list in the center.
Oh yeah, yeah. Not my
Just-
bestest skill. No, 5.
Yeah, you
Sorry,
don't know.
6.
Yeah, you don't notice anything particularly
You see
odd
those.
going on other than the raging battle that seems to have turned in your favour.
So I can move 15 foot and still shoot, can't I? Or is it 30 foot?
30.
Your movement range.
30, yeah.
30. Oop, sorry. Let me get my measurement on. So there's only one orc left, which is that one next to young Mr.
Yeah.
Potato.
Yeah, the caster.
So if I move down here, I should... Down to here, I should be able to get one shot off.
If you move in diagonal lines multiple times, you'll not use as much.
Yeah,
like
That's
chest.
within range.
Yeah.
Hacks.
And you get your sneak attack bonus because he's engaged.
Yep, so I'm going to stick an arrow up his butt.
Okay.
Lube or no lube?
No, I'm not. No, I'm not. 10. It's gonna whiz past him.
Yeah, that does miss. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
No further action then.
That's your turn. Okay, you're dead.
I'm not.
No, the guy's in my list. You're dead. He's not dead.
You missed that as a
Lol.
sacrifice.
Okay, so it's the beginning of his turn.
DC 13 save, please.
What stat?
Good question.
Oh, actually, it doesn't matter. I'm looking at it. Doesn't matter. He fails.
Okay, in that case, he takes. Ah, 6 points of damage. With almost 12.
That would have been better.
I know.
Our numbers work.
Right.
The
So
moon- this is the last round of the moonbeam, so
Yeah.
it will disappear at my next turn.
So the flames reignite on him, and now they seem to be. He's taking it a lot more seriously now. He looks panicked. Right, he's going to take the disengage action, and he is going to run. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Oh,
Jeez it.
He's just gonna do one.
I can still hit him from
Ah.
there.
Well,
It's just I'll be disadvantage.
me too.
I can still hit him. It's just
Do it. Do not let him get away.
yeah, I know, but I've got
There'll
to
be
wait
no
for my
escaping
turn.
here.
Right, you all hear another war horn go off in the distance.
Which direction?
And south, to the south.
Okay.
And Dagmar yells at the top of her voice, Safu! And she goes and grabs a horn and blows it as well. It comes out at a very very high-pitched tone. Who's up next? That's it.
Red 05.
Camney, you're up.
Is it me? Okay.
Over the
How
church
far
doors.
can you throw a spear? And for
Six-
the Olympic record,
60 feet. Oh no, you're not dead. Ignore that.
You just knocked me dead.
Yes.
Fucking, we've had enough.
Yeah. Massive coroner, you're dead.
So, having seen that the battle is basically over, I would like to just cut the head off the orc at my feet to start with.
As your action.
Yep.
Okay, you put your foot on his torso and get your sword.
Hand axe.
Is it hand
Hand
axe? Okay,
Yeah,
it's
I've got a pair of hand axes, so I do both.
grab.
like-
You're not going to grab him by the. Oh, you're just going to choppity chop. Okay,
That. Yeah.
like doing
Take
steak,
it
steak tartare, but with an orc.
Yeah. What like they do in the hibachi restaurants. Like,
Yeah. Okay.
yeah. Yeah, take his head off, and then I walk.
As you're doing that, he's sort of lying on the floor as you're going at him, and you see his hands pop like that as the blows.
So I chop his head off, stick it on my band, and then I walk north to here, and then I end my turn.
Okay.
Chop the other one's head off in the next turn.
Okay, you're up.
My
You're not second in
range
the
on my darts are 20, but there's a little 60 in brackets. What's
Yeah,
So
that's
if
60
it's inside the
is you shoot with
20,
disadvantage.
Yeah,
If it's outside the 20, you shoot with disadvantage. If it's outside the other number,
you can't.
miss
Yeah.
by default.
So disadvantage means you roll to hit twice and you take the lowest of the two.
I'm going to throw some darts at this cunt.
Can you give me a
It's
perception? Can you give me a
it's
perception
very
throw, please,
far.
before you do that?
It's 65 feet.
Do
Perception.
not go through the moonbeam. Don't.
No,
go
it's
through the
fine.
moonbeam.
It's fine because he doesn't start his turn on it.
Nino,
Actually,
you can
no.
move
I
30
read the
foot
spell
as well.
again. It does if he crosses it.
Does it?
Where's
okay.
perception? Where am I clicking for perception?
Per-
Sorry.
perception
In
for
your skills
tall,
in the
just
middle,
for skills in
it's
the middle.
under P for
It's the
perception.
second column in from the left.
It's next to potato.
You'll see like
Oh,
a
got
plus,
it. Yeah.
plus something. Yeah. Click that.
19.
Okay, so you're concentrating on this spellcaster as he does one. You can actually see on the horizon a couple of torches.
The beacons are lit. Gondor calls for.
I was going to say, Nino, what do your L5 see, mate? Fucking
Yeah.
19.
So yeah, what would you like to do?
Mordor.
Gondor calls for aid.
Gondor calls for. Is there anything else? You just see a couple of torches.
You see a couple of torches, yeah, in the direction that you heard the horns coming from.
What are they, Black and Decker?
Can I still twat some arrows at him just for the hell of
Nino,
it?
you can move 30 foot.
Yeah, you can
So you
move
can
30
run
feet.
towards him
Okay.
and then
Yeah,
throw
yeah,
a
yeah.
dart at him.
Okay, yeah. So I can
Don't go
move.
through the moonbeam.
I
Don't go
can
through the
move
moonbeam.
Don't
40.
go through the
But
moonbeam.
You
the
can move-
moonbeam surely only affects at the start of the turn.
Nope. Any creature passing through it for the first time.
Oh,
So-
okay. So you have
Can
to
I
sort of,
go-
you can go there,
Go,
yeah.
go
Yeah.
5 feet to the right, and then run down.
So, there.
Did it? What about
You
here?
can, you
There.
can move. You can move multiple directions during your turn as well.
Yeah.
Up to
Yeah.
up to the limit.
Yeah. Ignore the breaking of Pythagoras.
So I can go 40 feet. So I could go an extra 10 in then,
Yeah,
Yeah.
your
Yeah.
movement speed is a bit faster because you're. Yeah.
which is probably what here.
Or I mean, you could go here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like here, mate.
I'll be honest, that's what I'm going to do. I'm
No,
gonna
it's
run
not.
following
Back.
him and shoot
There
him
you
up the arse.
Right. I'm gonna fuck a couple of darts at this lad.
Okay.
Rolling. Ooh, 17.
So what's the range of the dart?
20.
So roll again because it's at disadvantage because it's 25.
16.
That probably still does hit. Let me get the.
Good rolls.
Yes, that does hit.
180.
That does hit. So roll your damage.
Piercing. And I get a 4.
Okay.
What's your
Sure.
modifier on your attack roll? Nino. What's the little plus number?
+5.
Bloody hell.
Yeah.
that's as good as me.
So that you see that your dart lands square in his back, and where it goes in, you can see blood is now starting to pour out down the back of his armor.
Nice.
Next up,
Also, I call him a cunt as well. Just for
Excellent.
seems everybody's doing it. Like.
yeah. Okay, so Dagmar, it's her turn. She says, "Right, Sarfa will take care of him. Let him go. Let him go. We're done here." And she's going to. What's she
You're
going
not
to
the
do?
boss.
Yeah.
She's going
You're not the
to.
boss.
She's
Yeah.
going to move over to Jeff and start checking over your wounds.
I'm beheading that Urog.
Sorry?
I'm beheading the
Just-
Urog.
Yeah.
I will be chasing the Orc spellcaster as soon as it's my turn. So
Okay.
don't,
Same here.
don't suddenly finish everything.
I'm
Yeah.
not. You're dead.
I still have to call him a front bottom.
Jeff is up.
Cool.
What?
I'm gonna run down to here.
Get him with your crossbow.
Yeah.
So yeah, I can. Wrong one. Run down to there, and I believe he's in range for dissonant whispers.
Okay.
He's gonna insult another enemy to death.
God.
Okay, so Dissonant Whispers, you get half damage, don't you, when he saves?
Yeah.
Okay, so what are you saying to him? What's your Dissonant Whisper?
You're in blurry vision, by the way.
Oh fuck.
I'm not going to say that you're in blurry vision soon. That sounds really weird.
Just
You
really far
smeared
away.
Vaseline all over your camera again, haven't you?
Yeah, I'm getting excited. That's what it is.
Right, let's see. Once you're dead, I'm gonna fucking fist your arsehole. Then I'm gonna wear your skin like a fucking suit and then fuck your mum.
Okay, as you channel the magic and drive this thought into his brain, you just see two streams of pink gore just go straight out of both ears, and he falls flat on his face.
We have counselling with our health
Nicely
insurance.
done.
don't we?
Yeah, we do. Yes, we do.
He's just killed. He's just insulted another enemy today.
Is that three?
Yep.
No, he
I
just
recognise a pattern
insulted.
here.
He just insulted the boss to death
He
And they
just
just head
killed.
explode.
and made his head explode. No, I wouldn't go as far as
Inside blood
explode,
of his
but
head.
yeah, the inside of his head became the outside of his head.
Yeah, he unzipped him.
Okay.
Amazing.
Well, if you want to take a break, we can do that now, or if you want to carry
Yeah,
on and
quick beer break.
Yeah,
I
I need
wouldn't
a
mind
quick,
another cup of tea.
I need more Bovril.
Cool.
go to
Back
little
in
girl's
5.
room. I may even put you on mute.
what the hell's Aiden doing? He feels the need to put the camera up. Yeah, figured.
Waiting for the kettle to boil.
So one thing that I can say that Britain has brought to the world is the electric kettle. That no other country has invented something quite as life-changing and fundamental as the electric kettle. Every time I go to America and I'm forced to make tea on the bloody stove, like a I don't even know what, like a caveman.
Yeah, I have
Oh, I
to admit,
fancy a cup of tea. I'll put this on and wait 20 minutes.
I hated making. When I was a kid, my mother used to ask me to make her tea when she was ill with lemon, which was fine, you know. But the problem was you had to make it in a saucepan.
Yeah, mad.
It is, and I hated the fact that it was. Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Yeah, that and hair dryers that just don't work on their backwards 120 volt.
Right, my kettle is boiled. I'll be back.
See, what's that? Like 5 minutes total, there and back. Fill it, boil it. Yeah.
Cheers. I'm back on the wagon.
Slancher.
Slancha. That was good fun. Can you get names up on Roll20, like
I want to turn the mute off.
underneath the icons?
Yes, I think.
You say-
Yeah, you can.
No.
What, can you get names on the tokens, do you mean?
You can.
Yeah,
you
on the
can
tokens.
put names on tokens. Yes.
Can you?
It's just
Yeah.
nobody looks like their
Well,
profile picture.
I can. So
I
Like
don't
that.
think we
Yeah,
can.
I don't
You can.
know that we can.
Oh.
I'm not certain what exact reaction I expected, but I just told my wife that her husband wasn't butt fucked by orcs, and her reaction was.
Yeah, I
nice.
told my wife, I was like, one of the guys killed 4 people by calling them a cunt. She looked at me and went,
yeah, low quality content. Yeah.
yeah, no, low quality content was Aiden and I have I got news for you. Fucking.
That was
Yeah.
the clean. That was our clean material.
Yeah,
I did
wanted-
wonder. It did not seem like your A game.
I wanted to send it to
We had a
Carol
number of-
before we did it.
Yeah, we had a number of jokes that definitely would not have passed muster.
No.
We would have like. Yeah, HR would have been like, "Can I have a HR department, please?"
Mm.
So it
Once
should have
they'd
been, have I got
looked up
blue
the
news for
answers.
you?
Simon and Garfunkel Bardcore. It's
Yeah.
It's relaxing.
Yeah.
One word for it.
I've got some more I need to download and drop into Roll20, but
What
I have
kind
to.
of creature-
I have to juggle my storage space between maps and icons and graphics and Bardcore. So
No issues you ever thought you'd have in life, right?
yeah. Or I could pay more and get the like premium and then like oodles and oodles of Bardcore.
What
oh
does the
yeah, there's
premium
little
cost?
names.
What does the premium cost?
Oh, I don't know, like 30 a year or something. I've not looked. So I got premium on D&D Beyond, so I could host a campaign with enough characters and the ability to use the encounter builder and the initiative tracker. It also means that actually no. So I got the one like below the absolute top level, which means I can't share my source books with you, but I can create character sheets with material from my source books, and then you can use them. Which is like one step below that. So I can give you stuff from, well, in this case, it'd be the Explorer's Guide to Wild Mounds, so the Chronoturgy and Grammaturgy stuff. You can have that, and you can see stuff by clicking on it. You just don't get access to the book because you don't need it. And in fact, it's probably best if you don't read it, because then you don't know what you're walking into, at least geographically.
Yeah.
So, sorry, what way does the rest and kind of system work? I'm just reading it now. It says a short rest. It's 1 hour.
There's
And
a short and a long.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
short rest, you say, so with short rest, you all agree you're going to take a rest for at least an hour.
It's ridiculous
And
to sit down.
yeah, and you can roll what's called your hit dice, which go up. You get one like every level, and you can roll as many of them as you want, up to as many as you've got, and you can regain hit points from the dice that you roll. So
And
They
is it an
refill once a
hour
day.
in real life, an hour of play, or like,
it's an in-game hour.
it's an in-game hour?
So
Okay,
you basically you need to be in a position where you are undisturbed as a party for an hour. So you can't do it in the middle of combat,
In the middle of the battle.
and you can't do it if there's like a bunch
Unless-
of
Yeah,
bunch
doesn't
of
count for
zombies
combat.
beating down the door of the room that you're in.
Unless you lock yourselves in a
Yeah.
room in a dungeon.
So if we do
yeah.
like a long rest, does that mean we all have to sit here for 8 hours talking to each other?
Exactly, yeah, that's it.
Why
It's-
didn't we do this at the start
on
of
Friday.
PCCon?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe next time we should do like a Penquest Partners game as part of the con, although it would take
Yeah.
the entire con up.
Sorry about
I've still got a couple of scenarios I can run if you want to do anything else.
Yeah.
I mean they were written for Dragon Warriors, but converting that to D&D is not difficult.
Well, I was talking to
That-
Tom
that was
about this
split
earlier.
anyway, just having the maps on Roll20 and the rule base, just rolling from dice. It's fine.
Yeah, so I was talking to Tom about this earlier because Tom's got some adventures and stuff that he's volunteered to run. And if I think the best way to do it is either wait until your characters are at a level commensurate with the adventure, and we just do it as an alternate universe, not associated with what you're doing in this, and just run it over 1 or 2 sessions, and then you can't bring anything back from it.
Or do meta. Have
No,
the characters play
we could-
AD&D and have the
Chlamydia.
characters play Dragon Warriors in a tavern.
No, Quantum Leap.
Yeah, or we could just run it as
Ziggy
Yeah.
turns up and it's like,
yeah.
and then we're
Or we could just run it with a bunch of pre-made characters and say, there we go, we're going to run it with you're him, you're that guy.
To be honest, that,
Oh, I
I think
can't
that would
remember.
be more. I think random role characters would actually be quite fun.
Gotta learn new stuff. Hold on.
Yeah.
Well,
Could
my 2 scenarios are designed to be. I've run them before at cons, so they're con-length scenarios. So they're basically 6-hour scenarios.
No, right, so that's 2 sessions then.
So it's a 2-session scenario, and it's designed to be like that, run with basic characters.
Yeah.
do they both?
But it's
involve
Dragon
eyes?
Warriors rather than D&D, so I'd have to do some basic conversion.
Yeah, it's been like 30 years since I played Dragon Warriors, so...
Or I can just do them in Dragon Warriors and just now we split. Cause
No, let's not, because I do remember playing Dragon Warriors, and no.
The one I've got in mind is a Segway adventure, which would have.
Where you get to ride segways.
You have to ride segways, yeah.
Yeah, well, all right. It in essence is an adventure which can be self-contained, and you can bring certain things back from it, but only limited. But
Segways.
realistically, we would need to be. Everyone in the party would need to be up around 8th to 9th level before you could actually think about it.
The
Hipsters.
problem I have there is I'd need a hoverboard because I can't reach the handles on the Segway. They're too high up. Just wouldn't work.
You'd have to do a Martin
I
McFly and
could
just
do the-
snap it off.
I could do the Segway, and you could just like stand on my shoes, like a kid does on his dad's shoes.
Well, like those things you get put on the back of the trolley, on the pram.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you put on the back of a bike, like
Little
a kid.
buggy board type thing, yeah.
Yeah. Or just put it in a backpack, like a dog.
Like Yoda.
Willow.
Or baby carrier.
on his chest.
Pandak,
His face full of beard.
Can you imagine how terrifying that would be? Like a Goliath with a dwarf and a baby carrier, like running, and the dwarf just firing magic missiles.
You two, if you could get hold of enough leather, if you can get hold of enough leather and you want to craft a wizard sling,
A bra.
I've got no problems with that at all.
Fucking Power Rangers
Oh,
Transformers shit.
Wizbra! Oh, Wizbra!
Yeah,
Or
Wizbra, yeah.
Take them
Okay.
off my shoulders.
Right, so the battle's finished. You can see these you can see these torches on the horizon. Dagmar says, "It's okay. They're fine. This is Safu. This is the Barothkra orcs. These are, well,
They're the good guys.
yeah, they're friendlier than your average orcs. These are the guys who I was getting in touch with, who were gonna get us across the Rhine Plains and get you into the south.
But they're not
What if they're not?
Yeah.
Well, I
think
guess
can
we're
take this-
fucked. Although
I'm gonna
you
take a defensive position.
you know
I'm going to hide in a tree and do what Camry failed to do.
I'm not
Well,
going
can
to
we-
hide in a tree because I'm not very good at that.
Well,
I'm
hold
gonna
on, can
swing
we-
a maid.
why don't we all hide behind their little house and send her out just on her own?
Yeah, if you know them
If
so
she's
well,
so
you go.
confident.
Like, just put my hand on a bell and just shove it. You go find out.
yeah,
Open the
fine.
doors. Open the.
Yeah, I'm going to hide back in here in that tower. So
I'm going to have a quick rifle through the spellcaster's clothes to see if he's got
What?
any.
What?
Okay,
what-
so as Dagmar's now muttering under her breath, yeah, big scary guys. Send the girl off to confront the orc army. Fucking problem. She starts sauntering off
And
to the
she's
south.
muttering. I'm like, yeah, it looks like you did a lot of good work here, love. And
Get fucked.
you're
so-
muted, Dave.
we have a bard to escort the maiden. You don't get me to escort the maiden. Okay.
Right,
I'm no
so
good at
she
this.
doesn't seem bothered at all. She's starting to saunter off, not really at a great pace. Sindan, you start going through the pockets of what's left of the
What creature is
spellcaster.
the spellcaster? Is he just an orc?
He's an orc, yeah, but he's dressed in shamanistic clothes, spellcasting accoutrement.
But kind of physically, he's just a regular.
He is. You notice that he's one of his eyes is missing.
Okay, I just
Yeah.
needed to know whether I needed him for collection or not.
No, you already have an orc.
Already got an orc.
You've already got an orc. You don't need this particular kind of orc, unless you like mutilated ones. He's still got some of the like brain jelly dribbling out the side of his.
Yeah, no, they
ears.
don't. You know, when you go to like meetups and cons, nobody wants to trade for a broken skull. You know.
No.
Yeah.
They lose their value.
Yeah, it's not A+ pristine. Yeah.
Yeah, so the packages
Take it out of the wrapper.
So you find in his pockets two pouches with between them 80 gold pieces and 160 silver pieces.
Okay, I have no idea where to put that on a character sheet at the moment. Where is all that?
So that goes under equipment, and then it's literally like the first line right below equipment. There's a currency section.
Okay.
And you just click on it, and then you can only add. You can't change the existing number. You have to add however.
You can add or remove, but yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I've got 0 in currency. Oh no, yeah.
No,
I've got
you do.
no.
I
You've
did
got it
put
on
mo-
you've got it on your roll 20, unless it hasn't been.
No, it's I put your money in.
Equipment,
Let me have a look.
yeah, it's in
I'm
equipment.
clicking it and it
Inventory.
says.
Hang on. Equipment. Oh wait, no, it's not under equipment. It is somewhere else.
It should be under equipment on roll 20, on D&D Beyond even.
I've got currency dash because I've got weight
Yeah.
carried and then currency dash, and then when I click
Yeah, because currency has no
everything's
weight.
0. But I've got
Uh,
0. When I click that, I've got platinum 0, gold 0, electrum 0.
Fuck happened there? Okay, well, you should have some because I moved it over from roll 20. So let's fix that.
Been robbed.
Yep.
I thought I had. I did it with everybody because everyone else checked their currency to make sure you've still got your money.
Blame
Yeah,
the pike.
I've got mine.
I have 10 gold. That's probably Tom's 10 gold.
Right. So how much platinum did you have? That.
15.
Gold. That.
100. I had 100.
Whereabouts is your equipment list?
Silver.
Under
Do
the
Equipment.
right
After
right
spell.
panel, actions, equipment, features, traits.
9
There you go.
squares at the little bottom,
I've added it all
Ah,
in from roll
no.
20.
and then
It's like a little
equipment.
tabbed bit. So yeah, under equipment, then there's weight carried, and then currency on the opposite side of the window.
So I've added in what was in roll 20, Tom. So if you want to add, I'll tell you again what it was. It was
50
have
gold,
a right
160 silver, 80 gold.
Okay, hold on. I'm just trying to bring it up because I'm. still
I'm
showing
missing
0.
a right panel here.
Ah, there we go. I now have. Okay. There we go. So I'm adding how much gold?
80.
And 160 silver.
Yeah, and 160 silver.
You also find a box of some hairpins, a box of candles.
Here.
You notice he's got a clasp in his hair.
Okay.
Nino putting pictures in. Yeah, you're broke, Nino. You've got no money, and you came over with no money. You're a monk. You are dedicated to the spiritual life.
Okay, I'll pick up the hairpins and
Yeah.
and the other stuff in the pouches.
You also find in a scroll case a map of the local area of the Rhine Plains.
Oh, cool. Okay. Excellent. How detailed?
Looks like it's fairly detailed.
I'm gonna
Cool.
tell the monk we charge 10 gold for our services.
I take this to the monk, and as a learned man, I ask him if he can tell anything about it that he might be able to glean from it, since he knows the area better than we, since we
Yeah.
found him here.
Are you
Oh,
into maps, pal?
Yeah, I am actually into maps.
He is
Um,
actually very into their maps.
I'm,
Yeah.
I'm very into maps.
Yeah. Maps and scrolls and writing shit down. That's his kink.
Okay,
Maps
fair
get me
enough.
off.
Yeah, you do
Well,
recognise this as
Calibur
a very accurate map of the Rhine Plains,
In
the
that
area
case,
that you've been tracking the orcs across for the past few weeks.
I quite happily hand the map to the monk as a thank you for assisting in the battle.
Oops.
Cool. And I promptly stick it on eBay, or does anybody want to buy a map? Thank you for the map.
In time.
Okay, so you all are now, you've rifled through the pockets. You've got your stuff, and Dagmar has now gone off to the probably about half a mile out, and you can see that the torches haven't really moved any further forward.
Can we have are we sticking around, or are we gonna have a short rest? Because I'm fucking battered. I am fish and chip shop battered. Like seriously.
You munchy box battered.
Yeah, I am. I've been tanned to shit.
A rest would be good, but we obviously haven't got time for a rest.
So as far as time goes, you waited out for your ambush till about sunset, and the battle itself took around like half an hour. So it is early-ish evening. So you can have a long rest if you want, but or a short rest, or whatever you want to do.
If we meet up with this army, we're hoping they might protect us. I'm thinking, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, let's do that. Yeah, let's go see what they have to say first, at least.
Okay, are all of you going?
There. We're just having a nap.
Well, we can go and tell them, look, we're quite. If they're going to take us to town, then all well and good. But in the back of a cart would be nice.
Right.
Can I have a piggyback?
Yeah.
So are you all making your way over to the torches?
No, I'm hiding.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get into a position where I can cover. So I'm not gonna be. I'm gonna go close enough, but I'm gonna cover.
Aiden, do you want to hide up a tree again, or?
Well, probably not.
Except for no, I'm gonna do it.
You know that like cartoon of an elephant hanging on the side of a tree, like.
Well, I'm certainly gonna go and find our guide, who seemed to know who these people were. So.
I am.
Right. So Davy, you're hanging back. Anyone else hanging back?
No,
Yeah,
fuck it.
I'm hiding behind the haunted
I'll
house.
go down because I speak Orc, so I'm gonna head down.
That's a good call.
Okay.
I gotta
in that
chill
case,
with these guys.
I actually will use a good berries.
Put your plums in my mouth, please.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have a swig of mead.
Nom, 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 nom. Okay. Yeah. Using your amulet of the drunkard, you can regain health points with your mead.
Yep.
How badly battered are you, Camney? I mean, I can do more if you're really badly battered.
It's kind of bad.
Okay. In that case, I'm also going to do cure wounds on him.
Okay. So how many good berries did you give me?
10.
Oh, nice. Okay.
And you've got another 12 hit points, so a total of 22 in total.
Brilliant. Thank you very much.
I'm sure I can take them off you very quickly.
Yeah, I mean, that's really useful. I'm in much better shape.
That's but being able to speak Orc might be useful. So
the fact that that's probably one of the first times where I've been able to heal 22 points. Like,
well, you never had that many health points before.
Never lost that much. Yeah.
Well, when you decide to be the tank and when you decide to be the only one engaging the Orc war band, you're going to get into situations where 22. Yeah,
it was close, but actually, I still had my stone's endurance left, so I wasn't as close to death as I was expecting. But and the healing potions, I keep forgetting I've got those.
Yeah, but it takes an action. It's such a ball ache when you got to spend your action healing instead of battering things.
Yeah. Oh, but only like can I over time develop a bonus action for when I drink a healing potion to glass them?
A feat.
Yeah.
Let me think about that.
Yeah.
Let me think. This is the feat you
drink
can.
It, crack it over your own forehead and stab him in the face.
Yeah, smack it off your head and then jam it in his neck.
Lad, go smile right in the fucking.
Yeah. Okay, so from what I heard from what you were saying, Pandak's staying back by himself next to the haunted temple.
Yeah,
you're safe.
I'm having a little sit down.
Davil is keeping back from the party, but he's moving forward, and you're all going off to meet the orcs. Pandak, roll me a perception check.
I'd love to.
These fucking doors are opening, aren't they?
Yeah, we probably shouldn't have had like 18 fucking thunder waves right outside the sleeping
That's
revenant.
it. Take
I
a
know.
knock on the door, isn't it?
The sleeping mummy shitfest, you know.
Basically, we just woke the entire crypt up.
6.
Literally woke the dead.
6.
You don't notice anything at all. You
I
just-
wouldn't.
It's very, very quiet.
Not even
Yeah,
the
I
nose of
quite
any
like it.
Well, you say quiet. You're a bit cold. Your teeth are chattering a bit. You can't hear anything over there. Okay, so everyone else makes their way off onto the Rhine Plains, and as you approach the torches, you do see a few more, and you see what look to be hooded lanterns. And as you approach, you see Dagmar coming back towards you, and she's coming back towards you with 2 very large figures.
Is she like, no, they're not who we thought they were?
No, she's not running. No.
Okay,
She's walking, and they're walking
Because she's
towards
dead.
you.
Yeah, they're dragging her corpse.
Yeah, they're doing a weekend at Bernie's with her. Yeah.
Everything's fine. Trust these people.
So she approaches you and she says, Queefers, I would like to introduce Safu, leader of the Borovtkar clan, and Laska. And she points to a very large male orc and a female orc. So Safu was the leader, and Laska is the female orc.
So,
And they who's going to be representing
well,
you?
I mean, I'm the only one who speaks orc here, right?
You, everyone else look, but maybe yeah.
Yeah.
She says it's in common.
Yeah. Do they speak common?
She
I asked them,
she
I asked in orc. I go, do you speak common?
in what, in orc, in common, or in
In
common?
orcish, I asked them in orcish, do they speak common?
We do.
Okay.
The orc named Sapo answers, and he sort of appraises you.
How tall is he?
He's like 8 foot.
Oh, cool. So he's like the same height as me.
Yeah, it's about the same height as you. He sort of gives you an appraising look. Lasga, his companion, is looking over the rest of you with sort of dismissive eyes. Safu turns to Dagmar and says, "We have told you we do not wish to run your caravan. We have told you we do not want to be responsible for the souls you throw out onto the plains. What about that was difficult to understand?" And she says back, "Listen, it's just how it is. They need to move. We need to get them across. You know they wouldn't stand a chance against the Jezaraz and everything else in the plains if we didn't come across with your blessing. We're not asking you to change any of your plans just to let them tag along. We're going south. If you can take us to Borovtkar, then we can make our own way from there." At the mention of Borovtkar, Laska sort of rolls her eyes and starts to sort of walk off.
Are they speaking Orcish at this point? Or are they...
They're speaking common at the moment.
I interject. Okay. go on.
I interject and I say, I think the scene behind us should suggest to you that we would be no burden to you, and if anything, would be of assistance.
He looks at Dagmar and says, "What exactly did you get into before we arrived?"
I pull my band round with the orc head and the Urok head.
So you met the Jezaraz then. You seem to be quite capable, I will grant you that. Let me speak to Lasga. If I can convince you that you are at least worthy of our time, then I think we can come to an accommodation. Carry on. We propose, we do not wish to tangle with the spirits of the temple, but we will set up camp for the night outside Uralis. and we will discuss further in the morning what we shall do.
I thank the orcs and say that I will go and gather the rest of the party and be back forthwith, and make my way away and go and look for the rest of them. And
He
say,
says, "Elf, I will warn you now. We wish to hear from that one. For your own safety, I would recommend keeping a low profile." And when he says that one, he points to Camney.
okay. Yeah, I ask Camney to wait here briefly. Yeah, and I scuttle off and go and gather the herd, as it were.
Okay.
Make them aware of what's happened and that we're being escorted, and ask that we all leave the temple alone. We've had enough trouble this evening, thank you. Where's the dwarf? Hello, Mr. Dwarf.
He's clearly
Back.
hiding behind the temple, yeah.
I just fell asleep.
Just having a pee.
Just asleep in my own pee. It's been a tiring day.
So as Sendan makes his way back to Uralis, what's everyone else doing? Currently, Safu is moved off with Dagmar and is talking with her and Laska.
This little settlement here isn't Uralis, is it?
It is, yeah.
Oh, it is. Okay,
It
so
is.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I
they-
thought we were headed to Uralis.
No,
apologize.
you made it. This was Uralis.
yeah, and they
Oh,
said
I
they're going to set up camp here, right?
They're going to set up camp outside of Uralis. They
Okay,
are
so-
very wary of the temple. They do not
Sure.
wish to spend the night
They don't want to
within
do that.
the perimeter of Uralis. But it's late enough that they don't want to try and move off. They're going to set up camp here.
Okay.
I'm talking to the rest of the party. I think they don't seem particularly pleased about the fact we're here. I think that's kind of obvious. So I think in the interest of making them feel like we're on the same page, we should set up camp outside of Uralis, not right next to them, but enough outside that they realize, we kind of respect what they're saying about the temple. And then, yeah, just kind of chill for the night.
Or we could open the doors.
No. Not until I've had a rest.
I mean, I'm
there
a
might-
man who can be convinced.
There might be books in there. You are sure temples equals books.
Like top shelf type.
Read
book,
your map.
Or...
Yeah, what is it? Yeah.
Yeah, loads of
Neo Brazil.
shelves. Yeah.
So yeah, do we
Yeah.
look at the map and decide where the
hustler.
best place is to camp, or do they know where we're camping?
You're watching them now, and Safu and Laz are getting back towards the main group of torches, and Dagmar makes her way back over to you and says, "Right, I think I've talked them down. They're all right. If we set up a camp away from them, away from Uralis, deal with our own watch, then we're fine." And they've agreed to allow us to move with them south across the plains to Barothkra. That's going to bring us up to a mountain range, which we can then follow across to the west to a pass I know, and get us into where we need to go.
It's your
Once we're
understanding-
across the pass, we can get you to Shady Creek from the south.
Is it your understanding that if we don't move with this orc group, we're up Shit Creek?
Yeah, that's the plan. Yeah.
Can I have a look at my map and make sure everything that she said just tallies?
So you look at the map that you picked up off the spellcaster, and yes, that does make sense. There is a settlement marked as Barothkra at the south end of the Rhine Plains, up against a mountain range. It's about 100 miles south from where you are at the moment. So you'll have to travel for about 100 miles, and you'll have to cross a river, and then you'll make it to this settlement. You spent a lot of time on the Rhine Plains. You haven't followed this path. You came from more the south, the southwest, and this conversation where she's saying that she'll take you south with these orcs to Barothkra and then move west to find a mountain pass into the northern half of the Dwendalian Empire, that sort of triggers a memory that's probably where you came into the plains. The pass that she's talking about is probably how you made your way in. When she mentioned Shady Creek, you immediately recognise the name Shady Creek. So Shady Creek Run is the name of a settlement on the very, very northern edge of the Dwendalian Empire, at the south end of the Savalier Woods, basically run by criminals. It's D&D Vegas,
Nice.
like 1960s D&D Vegas.
Here we
So
go, lads.
you recognise that they're now talking about going to a fairly dangerous town, a lawless town full of criminals and ne'er-do-wells.
What
Not
was a
that
monk
dangerous.
doing there?
Okay.
So yeah, should we set up camp? We'll maybe move within, say, 100 meters of the edge of their camp.
Yep.
And
Did anyone come and wake me up?
Nah. So yeah, we go off and we set up camp without Panda. No. But I think Sindan went back, didn't you? Sindan went.
You went back ahead of the rest of you, yeah. So
Yeah.
Okay.
did
Yeah,
you go
some
and
people
find
went back.
Panda? You know he said he was going to go by the temple. Did you find him?
I whistle like I'm whistling for Fido.
Oh, I bound around the temple.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
If he's wagging his tail.
Yeah, he's behind the temple wagging his tail.
That's Sindan's trick, isn't it? Okay, so you're going to set up camp for the night?
Yes, definitely. I
Okay.
need a rest.
So,
I'll come down and join you lot then.
right.
I'll talk to the orcs.
Okay, so you set up camp and you set up a fire and some shelter away from the actual town of Urilis to respect the orcs' dislike of the area, and you start making a meal and tending to your wounds.
I've
So
got a couple
you're all
of
now
notes.
sat around the campfire with Dagmar and your Darcel.
And our new monk friend.
Yes.
And your new monk friend.
Does anyone need healing before we lie down for the
Well,
evening?
If we're doing a
Sounds
long
like
rest,
Yeah,
doing a
so
long rest.
a long rest will give you all your hit points back. But if you believe that you might be in
Attacked in the middle of
combat
the night.
prior to that, then you might want to.
How
Yeah.
well do you trust those orcs?
What if the orcs were to
So
move off?
do you say this out loud?
No.
Okay.
No, because the orcs are around.
No, you're far enough away that they can't hear you.
Okay. Yeah, it's like how much do we trust those orcs?
So Dagmar says, "We trust them. The Grinners have had enough dealings with them in the past that we can trust them. They are so a bit of history, I suppose, is in order. You are aware of the despoiler gods, the evil gods that plagued the land during the calamity, and that Grumpsh was one of those gods, one of the ruiners. His gift and curse to the orc race was a battle rage, a blood rage, which made them highly effective warriors, almost an unstoppable force. But it was untamed. They could only rage. They could only destroy. And when he was taken down, when all the gods were banished at the end of the calamity, the curse upon their race remained, and everyone knows the orcs are a warrior race with unfathomable bloodlust, and you just can't. They're not civilized. That's what everyone knows, but not all of them are like that. Some of them, the ones that we know as the Barothkra, took Cord as their deity and are now devoted to his cause and have themselves put aside their bloodlust. They are still a proud race. They still value strength. they still value the ability to survive and overcome adversity, but they don't kill for the sake of killing. So we trust them, and they have helped us in the past. The only real safe way of getting from the Empire into the Greying Wildlands is with their blessing, or with a vast amount of skill and luck to cross the plains or through the woods.
I have but one question. Will they come to our aid if we're attacked while this evening? Or are they likely to let us fend for ourselves?
They will not. They will take a fight where they can find it. If one comes up, they will take the opportunity to prove themselves as being worthy of being orc. They will use the opportunity to show Cord that they are worthy of his blessing.
I'm going to sleep well tonight.
Are they likely to move off? Are they likely to move off while we're sleeping?
No.
Well, we'll have watch. We'll have watch anyway.
They've said that they are setting up camp for the evening. They will be here in the evening, and in the morning we will move south with them across the plains.
I get the impression that any orcs that are likely to attack us be just as likely to attack this band of orcs as well.
Yes. So the ones that you quite handily dealt with earlier are the Jez Araz. They are still cursed by the Despoiler. They are still subject to their bloodlust, and they are the Orcs of Tales.
Less civilized.
Yes. Well, certainly the Barothka would put it that way. Yes.
I got a question. That illusion we brought up, is it permanent? Does it stay there forever?
No, it would have dispersed after.
Okay.
After
Damn.
turns,
I had visions of whatever it was being there for.
No, it will. There's now the card is left on the ground. It's now just a normal paper card.
Okay. Cool. All right.
So I mean, yes, admittedly they're not happy with. I wouldn't even go as far as to say helping. They don't want to be dealing with our issues. They just want to prove to Cord that they are worthy of his blessing, and where possible, maybe to bring some of the Jezzaraz into their way of thinking. And when they are not, they are also quite happy to remove them from the plains, just to maybe make people realise that the Orcish race can change. That is what they're here for. The Grinners have had, again, we've had dealings with them, and they've helped us in the past. I'm glad that we've got you, Camney, with us, because your physical bearing is almost the best currency we can have with the Barothka. They will. You've demonstrated, all of you have demonstrated your ability to take on the Jezzaraz in martial combat, and your physical presence here, Camney, is enough that they are happy to deal with you as a party on equal terms. If I'd have brought a group of halflings through, we may have had a different conversation.
Cool. All right.
Cool. Right. I'm going to sleep.
Okay.
I'll take first watch, as I'm totally uninjured so far, and I don't have dark sight. So.
Okay. So can you give me a survival throw?
Just give me a second. Survival. That'll be 18.
Okay. Well, you can't see much, but you sort of half meditate and listen out. You can hear some activity from the orc camp slightly off to your southeast, but nothing more. A few wild animals, but nothing approaches your camp. Who's taking second watch?
I'll do it because I've got dark sight. So
Okay, so survival, please.
18. Oh, wait, no, 19. It's got a +1 on there.
Yep, same as with Devil. It's much quieter now. The Barothcrafts have settled down into their sleep. You do hear some sounds coming from Uralis. It's almost hard to pinpoint what they are. All I'll say is sounds. Some sounds.
Okay. Do I know what those sounds could have been, or I don't know.
They didn't. Almost like wind whistling, but there's no wind. Not really.
Right. Okay. Well, I'll let the next person know.
Okay. Who's taking the third watch?
I guess as by tradition.
Yeah. Yep.
Does sleeping during the first two count as a rest?
Yes.
Yes. Okay,
So
cool.
you can say that you've done a long rest now.
Perfect.
So
Cool.
all your slots are back. Your
Yeah.
HP's back up to full.
If you notice if you see on D&D
It's
Beyond,
done it.
Yeah,
a
just
long
click
rest
full long rest
button.
and yeah.
And we can all do that.
Yep.
At the end of, you can all do it apart from Jeff and Davil. They need to finish this last
they had
leg of.
one
yeah.
slot of slips.
Yeah.
And it's survival roll you want, right?
Mm-hmm.
No bother. It's a 2.
Right. As per tradition, you all wake in the morning
Who's dead?
to see Pandak with drool frozen into his beard, snoring like a tractor at the edge of camp.
Half a Nando's left in a wrapper.
Pandak the homeless.
And an empty bottle of White Lightning between his legs.
White lightning in one hand, Buckfast in the other.
And there is a rat sort of sniffing up his robes. You can just see the back of a rat and the pink tail as it slowly starts sniffing up his leg.
Sure,
Is
that's
that
a rat.
breakfast rib?
Oh, God.
If it were a gerbil, I'd be worried. Right.
Pandak ate my hamster.
In that case, we wake up and gently prod the dwarf to wake up.
I thought that I cast a prestidigitation against him to make him just wake up to the smell of dirty farts.
Okay, so Pandak, you get blasted in the face with an eggy, almost meaty, gaseous fart smell, which
Scotch egg.
a substantial meal of a fart driving up your nostrils, and you wake up and you realise that it's now light, and it wasn't the last time you remember.
Not again. Sorry, chaps.
Roll a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, my Lord.
Do not party kill there, young Jeff.
By fart.
6.
6.
Okay, you start heaving and you end up throwing up water and bile just because the smell was so bad.
This is memories to many, many after work dues.
So you see Pandak bolt up, look shocked, turn white, and then just throw up in his own lap.
Serves you right.
Right.
What does it?
Yeah. Again.
This is the third watch you've fallen asleep on.
Yeah, but
I
In a
think we
row.
may actually remove
In
you
a
from
row.
the job.
In a
Yeah.
row.
Yes.
But then we let him to, so
Yeah.
where's
Yeah,
much
if
to
we
blame?
let him do it again, it's definitely our fault.
Well, yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I think that's actually a good place to leave it because you have all managed to make it to level 5.
oh,
Hey!
So for the next session, you can all do a level up, and And be level 5 with extra toys and things.
I get a cool new spell. Call lightning.
Someone's been waiting for level 5, I see.
Oh yeah. Here is a question for the DM. Does call lightning only work outdoors?
You expect me to know?
Yeah, I gotta look that up myself.
Yeah, let's have a look. Let me
Is there a
Google
way
that
of
for you. A storm
easily-
cloud appears in the shape of a cylinder that is 10 feet tall with a 60-foot radius, centered on a point you can see within range directly above you. The spell fails if you can't see a point in the air where the storm cloud could appear. So, as long as you're in an area with a ceiling greater than 10 feet tall, you can use it inside.
Okay, cool. That's gonna be interesting.
Yeah, so the answer there is yes.
I don't think I have much change.
Cool. Well, that's
Luckily,
pretty
with
exciting.
D&D Beyond, you can actually just click to. I don't know if you can see it, but if you go to Builder,
Yeah.
there should be a
Go
level
to your
up.
class.
Yeah.
Yes, I actually may do that this evening just to finish off. So let me find that.
Where's
Is
that
there an-
option?
Is there an easy way of seeing the difference between the levels?
Yeah, so if you go to the class in the builder, and then the class features drop down, you click on that, you'll see the features you've got now, and then they'll be available at higher levels. You click on the plus,
Yeah, so it says available at higher levels. It'll say yeah.
And you can see what you get at each level. It's in grey text and the
Yeah.
title.
So I'm looking at Sindan now. So at 6th
think.
level, he gets land stride, but yeah, you get extra spell slots. You get the ability to memorize more spells.
Yeah, I don't know that I get. I'll have to look. I don't know that.
Oh,
Yeah,
I've got an extra attack.
Yeah, sounds about right.
You can attack twice instead of once.
Yeah.
So where is
I can do
Sorry,
two.
guys. Discord went weird then. Just disconnected me.
So I have
where
to
is the
decide whether
builder?
to go. It's the little
like hammer and
Anvil.
anvil and
yeah. I thought that was just an icon. Sorry, I didn't realize it was that.
So if you where it says level 4, drop it to level 5, then you'll get some other stuff pop up. So all I'll say is you'll have wherever you've got ability score improvement that happened at level 4 for all of you, don't take it because I already factored it into your base stats when I moved you over from Roll20. That's why that is still got an exclamation mark.
Okay.
So where it says ability score improvement for 4th level, don't take it because you've already had it as part of your base. Or where I think one of you didn't take it maybe and took an extra, Camney. Yeah, I already sorted yours out.
So I have to make the decision whether or not I go to level 4 on the barbarian to get to level 5 on the next one to get the extra attack, or whether I wait it out on the.
Yeah, Mr. Min-Max double classed and now needs to figure out if he wants to go fighter 2 or barbarian 4. Is it? Yeah.
Yeah, barbarian 4, I'll get the ability score. I'll get the ASI. Whereas if I go with the fighter, I get action surge.
So according to this, I don't actually get anything. I just except for an uncanny dodge.
Yeah. So where you get big changes is different based on the class. So some people get lots of stuff at level 5, some people only get basic stuff, and then you'll find at level 6 you'll get loads of stuff, and everyone else will get like one slot, one key point, some less exciting stuff.
Yeah, so I just get an uncanny dodge.
I'm confused.
What's that?
I'm just confused because I just clicked down at level 5. I've got more HP, but I don't actually see anything different.
No, I can't either.
You need to click on the next, and it will go through the different things. So it'll be ability scores, then it will be description, equipment. What's next? Basically, when you're on the class screen and you drop to level 5, if there's anything in the available at higher levels, you'll get it. If it says 5th level, that's what you'll get. Otherwise, you'll just get your HP increase. And in fact, let me have just as a bard, I'll have a look and see what you actually get at level 5.
Oh, it's asking me to
Bardy,
choose
bardy, bard.
a load of things which obviously I haven't picked.
You need to have a. Hang on. Let me just have a
The-
look. Bard.
The fixed HP increase is half the rolled dice plus your Constitution, isn't it?
Yes.
So, like, if you would have rolled, if you'd rolled 12, then it's
Oh, I got an extra key
six
point.
So, so at level 5, Jeff, you get an extra bardic inspiration dice, a D8. So they've all gone up to D8, and you've got an extra one. And apparently, you also get font of inspiration. So, beginning when you reach 5th level, you regain all of your expended uses of bardic inspiration when you finish a short or long rest.
Ah, cool.
So, who else was asking?
I think I got an extra key point
Yeah, that sounds about right.
and an extra attack, so I could do 2 flurry of
Monk,
blows now.
5th level, you get an extra attack and you get stunning strike. Starting at 5th level, you can interfere with the flow of ki in an opponent's body. When you hit another creature with a melee weapon attack, you can spend 1 key point to attempt stunning strike. The target must succeed on a Constitution saving throw or be stunned until the end of your next turn.
Still think I'd rather do my flurry of blows.
I mean, it gives you options. Flurry of blows might be good against a smaller creature, but you might find that if you're in a position where other people can take action against the creature, or that creature is threatening other members of the party, you might want to stun them to prevent them from taking an action that might take another party member down, for example. So it's just giving you options.
Oh,
cool.
Some of my character hasn't been set from when it got copied over. Like my alignment's totally changed.
Yeah, I mean alignment. Yeah, I might go and meddle with your alignments just to set them to mirror how you're playing your character.
Yeah.
So, as far as sessions go, I think this might be it for 2020 because I don't really want to do a session like the Christmas weekend because I'll be drunk.
No, fair point. No,
so
Could
I
be
think
interesting.
if we do the next one in the new year, you've got some time to look at what you want to do for level 5, and we'll take it from there. Or if someone wants to run a one-off session, honestly, I wouldn't even want to do that Christmas weekend. To be perfectly blunt, I wouldn't mind dicking around on some other game.
Yeah,
that's cool. That's fine by me.
Before the end of the year.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
No, that's cool.
Yeah, whatever. I don't even mind just playing computer games.
Yeah, if we want to do something daft like Team Fortress, then I'm quite happy to do that. But D&D's a lot of work.
To be honest,
so if
we'll
we just
all
want to
be
dick
drunk
around,
next session, so I suspect something that doesn't take a lot of thought and the possibility of dying.
Yeah. Less thought, less death. Always good.
Yeah, you got it. Well, 5th level
it's
was
half
actually
10.